What's good, NoLimitNation? It's your boy NoLimit LJ. Today we got top 10 anticipated movies of 2023, man. What you think on here, bro?
I know it's a Marvel movie on there.
I was just gonna say that. What Marvel movie coming out just for this year?
Nah, this
I thought he said top 10.
He said what movie's coming out this year? Is this top 20 all time?
I think I was tweaking because I was typing.
Look, he is super fried. But no, I don't know. I know it's some type of Avengers movie, and I think that's Spider-Man. No. Was it Spider-Man coming out this year? Another one?
New Scream, for sure.
There's some scary movies too.
Yeah.
Scream
is.
Not going to take up too much of your time. Let's just get into it.
That's
Starting
how
off
you supposed to capture our attention and you know the audience right there. What he just did. But take notes.
Liz, that's John Wick Chapter 4. John
Really?
Wick is
Hold
an
on.
incredible series of action films, which, if you look at the director, it's very purposefully done, but they give us that Matrix flavor that the Matrix Resurrections absolutely did not give us. The John Wick trilogy thus far is an amazing trilogy. I watch it every now and then. Just had a friend come in to visit from out of town. We watched it. Just as amazing this time as it was the last
just
time or
watched
the time
that
before that.
recently, too.
Actually, more so. I even dressed as John Wick for Halloween. That's your guys' fault right there. I was like, okay, I get enough of the comments. I guess I'll just lean into that. It was a lot of fun. The costume crushed, so I guess thank you for that. And yeah, point is, John Wick Chapter 4. Can't wait to see it. Next on the list, Scream 6. It's
Y'all definitely said Scream.
Space takes Manhattan, just like Jason did all those
Who's not in
decades
the video?
before. Look, it can be argued that the Scream franchise
That's coming out
has
in
lasted
March.
far past the expiration date. Counter argument, though, the Scream movies are far more entertaining than they should be past the fifth installment. It is true that you can tell Scream 5 had someone else at the helm, whereas Screams 1 through
Coming
4
apart.
felt like Wes Craven because that was the situation. But those Ghostface killings in Scream 5 were savage.
that's
And if
almost
Scream
here.
6
March
brings me more
6th.
of that,
Yeah, just
totally
feel
that.
like
Next
March.
up,
Okay,
this is
so
more of a
why is it 4 Screams? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't it a regular human behind a mask? Like, what's the issue?
Yeah.
Have y'all watched that?
Yeah.
Like, what's
Because there
going
was
on?
that one black, wasn't it? Maybe they thought it was that one black dude in the football game.
Okay.
And then it was a girl.
Okay, wait. So I'm saying, like, why is like they not just killing the dude? Like, what's going on? Like, he's a human. Like, I've never watched it, so that's why I'm confused.
I don't know, to be honest.
So you never watched it?
I watched it, yeah, but I'm
So
saying
what you mean?
it's like a normal person. That's what I'm saying.
So he's a normal person. Okay,
Yeah.
so what be, you know what I'm saying? Like, what be
I think
happening?
it's like a new killer every time type shit.
Okay, so it's different people.
Yeah.
Dressing up.
Yeah,
as
one of
him?
them I seen,
Okay.
it was like a whole girl just trying to like redo it. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Recreate.
Okay. See, that makes sense. I was
And
gonna
then,
say,
their
like,
friend-
what is the issue
it'd be
going
like their
on?
friend, someone in the friend group is the killer type shit.
Okay, so
So it's like
this
killing
is
everybody.
just like a thing almost to where like people could really dress up as something like
Yeah,
that and
yeah.
just be killing,
Yeah.
and it could be anybody.
Type shit, yeah.
Okay, so it's not just one. Dang, that is tough. That is a
They
good.
be doing the prank calls and all that weird.
fingers crossed. I really
for real? So wait, in Scream whenever he's doing that call, that be the people?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I ain't never watched
That'd
that.
be like the Scream dude. Yeah, they'd be like, I'm in your house. Like, it'd be like, that's some weird shit. That's him.
But people be fucking with people.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Wow.
This is
Yeah, that
good
shit great.
kind of entry.
Okay.
That's the Super Mario Brothers movie. Look, we all love Mario. I'm going into this
They're making
movie
a
like
movie?
most other people, where it's like I
Oh,
really
man, this gonna have
want
some mini-
to walk out of a Super Mario Brothers movie going, that was one of the best movies I've seen in a while. Yeah, you can say what you want about the voice. You know, Chris Pratt as Mario. How? Why? Well, because he's Mr. Star-Lord and he's going to sell more tickets. But I will admit I have other motivations for rooting for this film. It's because if this movie crushes, I will be one step closer to getting what I've wanted forever, which is a Legend of Zelda movie and a Metroid movie. That's right, from doughy-eyed optimist nerd Jeremy all the way to grumpy old man energy and every year in between, what I have wanted in life. Legend of Zelda movie and Metroid movie. And if this movie sucks, if it bombs, I'm never getting that. Again, also want to walk out of a Mario movie going, that was amazing. So there is that.
He needs to
Next
settle
up, the
down.
first of 2 movies I can think of on this list that were on last year's anticipated, then they got postponed, and well, now they're on this year's. Seems a little unfair, absolutely, but I do things like that to keep people from thinking my list is anywhere around the realm of, I don't know, professional. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Look, based on the merits of the first movie, I'm going to look forward to the sequel. I do get a little worried of the fact that they're really talking up, hey, look at all the Spider-Mans we have in this movie, and I'm just there going, but is it a good character film? Because that's what I liked about the last one. If for nothing else, That soundtrack.
I probably
is
don't
badass.
check this one out.
Again, it was in the previous film. If you liked Into the Spider-Verse, don't know how you're not looking forward to Across the Spider-Verse. And the second movie that was on last year's anticipated list, that's now on this year's anticipated list, figured I might as well put them back to back. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. The Mission Impossible movies actually a lot like the John Wick movies. They're films that are amazing action movies that are not part of a comic book IP. Also, Tom Cruise is still at it, and he's proven with Top Gun Maverick that he's a name and an actor that people will show up for. Granted, if the movie's good, but still. I'll say since Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, because I feel like that was the, hey, let's bring Mission Impossible back movie. From Ghost Protocol to now, in over a decade, these Mission Impossible movies have not let me down. Next on the list, I just need to say this one thing, and that's it. Yeah, Christopher Nolan's making a biopic about Oppenheimer, starring Cillian Murphy. Done. I can move on from there, but I guess I'll elaborate a little more. Christopher Nolan's one of those directors when he's coming out with a movie that year. I will put it on my anticipated. He also filmed it in black and white. You just see the guy's love for cinema in his production. That recording of Oppenheimer talking about him recalling when the bomb went off, you know, I am become death, destroyer of worlds. Yes, that soundbite was played in the Linkin Park album A Thousand Suns. I want to see the story of the life of the person who became that man. Next up, everyone's favorite senior citizen kicking ass. No, I'm not talking about Tom Cruise twice. I'm talking about Indiana Jones. Jones and the Dial of Destiny. But Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull did suck balls. And I'm a sucker for a comeback story, you know? It's like I'm rooting for this movie like people in the movie Iron Will were rooting for Will. Like we root for Rudy. We're all in the stadium instead of Rudy. It's Indy. You know, like we want Indiana Jones to be good. And I just can't look past the fact that James Mangold's the one in the director's chair. He's been kicking ass lately. Plus you got Mads Mikkelsen as the villain on paper.
It's so hard to put him as Indiana Jones after all the films that he did. But he does. He definitely can act like a mug. But Indiana Jones, you know?
Yeah.
Things that work. But again, you do that sequel after 30 years kind of thing. It's either Top Gun Maverick or it's Jurassic World Dominion or Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I hope this is good. Please don't suck. Next, in doing my due diligence in looking into the movies that are coming out this year that I might not have heard about, yes, I researched a bit. But in looking into the movies of 2023, did you know that Michael Mann is coming out with a biopic about Enzo Ferrari in which Adam Driver is playing the assassin himself? Yeah, I didn't until now, and now I know. And now I'm like, well, that has to be on here. Look, Michael Mann, for me, has made hit and miss throughout his career, absolutely. But when it's a hit, it's a fucking hit. I'm hoping those years aren't behind him because just in concept, this sounds amazing. I suppose that's the fun of doing an anticipated video, because you don't know. You don't really know what you're talking about, and you're allowed to absolutely have that be the case. It's no doubt an interesting story to be told, but if it's good... Next up, Killers of the Flower Moon. What's that, you ask? Well, I am glad you asked. It's a film coming out based off of a book, which is a telling of a true story, which is an interesting way of saying it's Martin Scorsese's next film starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro. Also Brendan Fraser. Did I pronounce it right? Look, I'm not going to posture. I don't know much about the story other than what I read.
Two goats.
Yeah, Leo in there. I definitely got
to see video. But I do come from a time, an era, a mindset. You can call this grumpy old man energy if you want. But I come from the place where Martin Scorsese coming out with a new film was an event, and it still is to me. The talent behind the camera and in front of the camera alone, no way this wasn't going to be on the list. I hear that Apple TV Plus has this one. I've actually seen that a lot in a lot of the movies I was looking into this year. It's like 2023 is Apple TV's big move to be like, come to our streaming service. Point is, after all these years, I might actually have to bite the bullet now and get Apple TV in order to watch this. Well, this doesn't get delayed till 2024.
That's smart.
It's like the last couple years have made me paranoid that half of these are gonna be. And we're at number 10, the last on this list. That would be Dune Part 2. Or Dune Chapter 2, or Dune 2. Whatever they're going to call it. Point is, when I heard Denis Villeneuve was doing Dune, I was like, that is what we call a perfect marriage. And after watching Part 1, I feel that faith was properly placed. So I've been waiting for Part 2, and time has flown. It's coming at the end of the year. And now we have Austin Butler and Christopher Walken joining the cast. Look, I'm going to say this, but only because I believe it's true. Dune is the best on-screen Warhammer we've ever gotten. And yeah, I can't wait for Chapter 2, Chapter 3... however long he keeps doing it. And that's it. That's my list. Some I'm excited for. Some I'm curious about. Others I'm crossing my fingers, hoping they're good. But in any case, that's my list of my 10 anticipated films of 2023. Thanks again for joining me at the beginning of another year. I'll try not to bore you as the year goes on, but I'm only part of the conversation. Your 10 anticipated movies of 2023, or 5, or 1, however many, whatever they are, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.
I think they should have had some more scary movies on there.
Yeah, this said most anticipated.
Yeah.
And I just thought about The Last of Us, but it just hit me that it's a TV show, not a fucking movie. But I could have sworn that they said they coming out with an action movie of that shit too, a live action movie of that though. So I don't know. And then Wolverine's supposed to come out though too.
Yeah, I seen that. They ain't had that on there. Decent little video though. Appreciate all support. Make sure you leave a like, comment. NoLimitNation, we going up. I gotta do that again. NoLimitNation, we going up. And we out.